So, on the one hand, you have a defense cooperation with America. On the other side, you have bilateral trade relations. And I want to notice my friend Dayasiri Fernando, I think this is you over here. That's my former colleague and friend from Coronado. To promote bilateral trade, United States and Sri Lanka signed the Trade and Investment Framework Agreement, which is known as TIFA, in 2002. This has been the primary forum for bilateral economic discussions to address the range of impediment to greater trade and investment flows between the US and Sri Lanka. The long-standing agreement has been in place to the Voice of America transmission facility since 1951. It appears that Hamiltonian economic ideas, which I mentioned at the very beginning, and their economic determinism, and the ideas of Jefferson's aspiration for democratic expressions are part of Sri Lanka's integral vision for a greater relationship with America. So one hand, you have that economic development projects going on, or capitalistic economic development since you launched 1977 when J.R. Jayawardena came into power. And that's our parliamentary democracy still continues, which is similar to what I talked about American founding vision of that Hamiltonian idea of central control and also the economic development. On the other hand, democratic ideas. When you look at it, Colombo may have expansive Chinese investment portfolio, various projects including Hambantota. However, Sri Lanka's largest single export market is still the United States. Sri Lanka's economic and trading relationships are largely depend on its traditional Western and Middle Eastern countries. Sri Lankan immigrants and students in the United States are significantly greater than those living and studying in China, if at all. The safety of navigation is common interest to all the trading powers, China, India and American, and including Sri Lanka. We need to have a safety of navigation to send your containers to America and to the West. In addition to the dangerous piracy issue on high sea, four maritime chokes and narrow, or they are called the choke points, or narrow channels, are critical to Sri Lanka's trade relations. There are four of them. This is the Suez Canal and Bab el Mandeb near Djibouti, and Hormuz. This is the Iranian oil coming through this Hormuz Strait. And then another one choke point is Malacca. So these ports have to be secured. We don't have, as a small country, to provide the protections for our containers. We are benefiting from the American security umbrella, which is not only Sri Lanka, but also China is introducing the new Silk Road. This is the old Silk Road that connect China to Western Europe and also through the navigational system, which seemingly ongoing economic recession right now. Every nation is concentrating on the promotion of trade and investment over austerity measures. With this peaceful rise in development strategy, China reinvigorates its ancient Silk Road with horizontal and vertical linkages. A new Silk Road connect sea routes, roads, railway lines, and gas and pipelines all connected to export Chinese goods and import